All right, man. Let me see if I got my button in here, man. I got a ritual. I got a ritual that I gotta keep.
Go ahead.
You ready?
I'm ready.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
You the bad guy now, man.
Say, man, I tell him to say hello now. You know what I mean? Since you gonna make me the bad guy, you know what I mean? Just
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Damn.
yeah, man. So now, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I don't even feel like teasing, bro. Let's kick it off.
I ain't no use to play with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's finally at that point where people are taking the conversation about another running back seriously. You know what I mean? It's at the point they writing articles about it. You know, they out here seeking fits. So not only kudos to, Brandon Laurie, but kudos to everybody that's been trying to link the Dallas Cowboys to running backs. Dante Fowler. What's the boy name? Jeremy Fowler. Jeremy Fowler, Brandon Laurie. Salute to everybody that even,
Jeremy Fowler had
that,
something on it too.
Yeah, they were actually referencing this shit. There was his shit they were referencing when you seen this stuff.
Okay, I ain't look at that part.
Yeah, so because Jeremy Fowler was teasing, targets for every NFL team, and Nick Chubb was the target he had for the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, so kudos to.
Hold on, man. Let me clap it up, man. Clap it up for the noise. We got a. Hey, man, can I hit my button?
Take it easy on my
Of
back.
course. Yes, man, indeed. So that conversation's being had, it's about that time. We've been fighting for this shit for a minute at this point. Respect running back duo, man. Now, maybe it wasn't as catchy as Respect One Tech. Respect One Tech rhymes and shit. So maybe they liked it because it was very linguistically pleasing and shit like that. That maybe why that took off, but they wasn't studying no One Tech before that. But yeah, man, they finally having that conversation. So he said, they said free agent running back named a fit for the Cowboys who could use a backup running back. A veteran grinder at this point of his career, Chubb could provide value as the Cowboys' number 2 or 3 option behind starter Javonte Williams. He rushed for 520 yards in Houston last season. Now, boss, if I'm not mistaken, our running backs combined last year did not get 500 yards. Malik Davis only got 411 for his career. Jadon Blue only has 129 for his career in the very limited snaps he took. Israel Abanikanda from Wakanda only got 70 yards for his career. Phil Maffa, who I like Phil Maffa, nigga got 18 yards and a singular touchdown. Then Hunter Lukey, the part-time fullback, part-time tight end, part-time running back. He ain't got that many rushing yards. He's been here. This is like gonna be year 4 for Hunter Lukey, ain't it? It's gonna be like the third or fourth season of Hunter Lukey.
He already paid.
So it got to be like the 4th year for Hunter Lukey then. So point being, 500 yards goes a long way here in Dallas because 520 yards in Dallas is game changing and life changing.
And 500.
Yeah, I was going to say you still get like 1,000, 1,100 yards for Javonte, and then you get somebody else with 500 to 600 yards. Like you're running the shit out the ball at that point.
And see, I guarantee he wasn't starting either. So like he probably started the season because I remember how they started the season. They had Joe Mixon and him, and then Joe got hurt and he became the lead back. He was forced out there.
It was the young boy from USC because Joe was hurt before the season started.
Right, but then I think that dude took his job. I think that guy you're referring to took his job. Did you ever look up and see how many games he actually started? Let me look it up.
Who, our brother Bradley Chubb?
Because I want to put that 520 in context.
Let's go.
And we also got to remember that was a bad offensive line too.
We can look at the carries and we can look at the starts.
Yep.
To be fair to Nick Chubb. So
I'm doing it right now. And then I want to get
And
into
listen.
the objection because it was a lot of objection, man. We go through Marcus Mosher and what he had to say, Clarence Hill, what he had to say. We go talk about all the people that's like, no. I'm like, no. Come back.
We got to do that. We got to do that.
Yeah.
And listen, y'all know for a fact I am not no damn Nick Chubb fan. I fought these niggas about trying to get Nick Chubb last year. But, you know, in the context of what we need him for, like, and the film that I saw this year, he's not a bad option, man. You know, I'm fair. Yeah. I'm fair all the way around. Yeah. So,
it's a good option.
Let me take a look at this.
Oh,
he had 15 starts, let them tell it.
No. He had 9 starts. He played in 15 games.
15 game play, my bad.
Okay.
And he had 122 carries.
Right. Which ain't a lot.
It's not a lot. Okay. Let's break that up by 17. So, by 15? 122 by 15. He was only getting 8 carries a game, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And it's 8.1333333. So he got about 8 carries a game.
With a bad offensive line. See, we also show film on him, so we not talking blind. Like, we got film on him. We did it in the public again. It's our second time doing that. You know what I mean? So let's get into these objections, bro. So then it's Mark, because we got a lot to talk about. We got 2 backs we gonna talk about. So Marcus Mosher said, I don't hate this idea, but there is really no reason to sign Chubb now. You want Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa to get every single rep possible between now and week 1. And my answer to that is,
oh hell no.
I feel that too.
Yeah,
because this is my thoughts on that in general. Because we're gonna go through these slides, these people saying no and being hesitant to it, and you're gonna see words like progress stopper and development and all this other shit. I'm here to tell you this, man, and this is real talk. Cream rise to the top. Last time I checked, you know, Shotty was trying to build a culture of competition every day, and we cannot shy away from competition. Case in point, you know, Ryan Flournoy. Thank you. But real though, man. Case in point, man, the brother Ryan Flournoy, man. Ryan Flournoy had potential. He hadn't really proved much of nothing. You know, he was somebody that needed development. And that still did not stop the Dallas Cowboys from making a trade and bringing in George Pickens last year.
Yep.
Right? Because he was out there fighting for Ryan Flournoy was out there fighting for his life. You know, it was GP ahead of him. You know, he was still trying to fight with Jalen Tolbert. He was still on the roster. We had Mingo in that motherfucker. So we had a super deep wide receiving room. Then we know Trayshawn Holden was making noise in camp. So like it was a super deep wide receiver room and a super deep wide receiver battle, you know, just overall this last season. And what happened? He still got on the field and he still made plays. Right? If you was like that and you was really ready to contribute and ready to make plays, whoever else is on the roster is not going to stop you from being great. There was a game where, matter of fact, both of his 100-yard games came when George Pickens played. And George Pickens did not break 100 yards in those games. He had better games than George Pickens 2 of the times he came out there and made his biggest impact. Just when your numbers is called, you got to hold your nuts and go out there and make the most of it. So when we up here trying to shelter these folks, that's not really what's best for the team. If Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa and Malik Davis, you know, are going to be something, having other people on the team not going to stop them. And real quick, man, I'm going to read that, but also let me read this comment by the brother Landlord because he put in a super chat.
What's up, Land?
Salute the brother Land. He cannot be with us. He sold too many ligaments and got to be off stream. And his Spurs are finna play. But he said, I'm tired of waiting for guys to develop, bring in some vets, and make these dudes compete. People trying to push Davis, Blue, and Maffa, go get a vet. I damn sure agree. And then brother Land with the 5-piece said, they just reported that A.J. Brown didn't invite Hurts to his wedding. He hate that nigga. That's diabolical, man. They said they cut Flournoy and used landlord's dark powers to revive him from the dead. Y'all be out in my chat box wilding.
And let me add to what you were saying on Flournoy real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
And then on top of that, they also brought in receivers this year who Flournoy gonna have to compete with vets. Even though he got the most experience, bruh. Like if it's anybody that you would say is stopping his progress, it would be these two, right? Nobody's tripping on that. Like, we have no problem loading up weapons. But at the same time, man, when you look at the risk of not having a dope running back room, what we risking is wasting this offensive line. That's exactly what we risking. You know, because if you have anybody that get banged up, bruh, and y'all went into the season light at running back, nah. That ain't the solution, especially when Chubb go probably cost about $1 million at that, and he ain't gonna even have a cap hit like that. It's like, why do we shelter? Now, why do we shelter Blue and shelter Marfa, bro? That is just crazy.
Yeah, man. I damn sure agree with you, man. Because listen. I thought that iron sharpened iron.
Man.
That's what I was told. I thought that iron sharpens iron. I thought if you brought in competition to actually fight it out and not get handed a job, everybody is better for that.
Right.
Because guess what? That improves your floor. Because if let's say that they have a fair competition. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say Jadon Blue and ate his Wheaties and he's a grown man now and he's doing everything he's supposed to do. And he wins the battle fair and square, right? Let's say we have a battle and he wins it fair and square. Well, now you got a super dope ass power back in situations in Nick Chubb. It still improves the overall room, even if he doesn't win the job. Because now you push Jadon Blue, he's battle tested. You can look your fans in the eyes that have seen preseason and open competition and everything else and say he won it fair and square. You know, we brought in Chubb. We love Chubb, but Blue won the job. And now you got somebody on your team that's better than Phil Maffa and better than Benacunda and everything else. So now you 3 deep at running back, and you feel comfortable with all 3 at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or let's say it's not Blue. Let's say it's Phil Maffa. Let's say Phil Maffa's the one that takes the step. You know, and then you got Nick Chubb behind him. Point being, bringing in talent raises the floor of your team overall. And now you got more room for error. Because as it stands right now, Javonte Williams go down, you have no running game.
Right.
You have no running game. As opposed to you bring in somebody, you get these young guys battle tested, going through that competition. You could have 2 guys ready behind Javonte Williams if everybody is handling their business and growing as pros professionals. I know Nick Chubb gonna come ready.
Right. Oh yeah, he gonna come ready, bro.
Yeah,
and so
facts.
I want to combine Marcus Marshall thought with Clarence Hill thought, and I got the same response to both of them. Okay, I got the same response. Okay, you go probably have to clip this out because it's gonna have some music on it. Okay, I'll just let you know. These are clips of Williams. What do you see when you look at Williams with these training camp clips? What do you really see? I'm gonna tell you the main thing that you see. The main thing that you see is these guys not hitting the ground and the defense not being able to tackle them. That's the main thing that you see. See, that's why it's important. That's why I kept asking, what do you see? What's happening on every one of these reps? Every one of these reps, they just running through the defense. Now, this is the environment that where people saying, let's wait to see the running backs in camp. Let's wait to see before we get a veteran. So, does this do you any good of trying to evaluate those guys? Does this do you any good when they can pretend like they would have ran through every tackle every day? Every one of y'all ain't never hit the ground? Every one of y'all just touchdown. Shit.
them voice manipulation is always funny to me.
Now, this is the environment that we're saying we want to grade running back. Is this the environment to really grade them? So why do you think so many people have so many different opinions on the running backs at this stage? Every one of these touchdowns? What the oh, everyone? So this is why none of us could know for sure what Williams was getting ready to be. That's the main reason you got to bring in a vet. That's the main reason also, you got to bring in a vet.
Real quick, salute the Ant for the super chat on my end. He said, don't let Flournoy become like Jimmy Smith and go to another franchise be their all-time leader. Shit, Flo might have a chance next year, depending on how the George Pickens shit go. You know, to get more opportunities over here. You never know. But salute to you, Ant, and that did get you a raffle entry. By the way, I'm still doing a raffle, you know, for a jersey and a Dallas Cowboy starter jacket. So also some cologne. I keep leaving out the cologne. So there's 3 things I'm raffling out. So y'all make sure to hit that Cash App or that super chat if you want an opportunity. And then once that raffle wraps up, y'all voted, you know, for which game y'all want to ticket raffle out for. Y'all voted for the 49ers. I agree. I get tired of seeing that sea of red out there, bitch, every time we play. So I'll make sure at least one of y'all niggas go and represent. So jersey raffle, $5, $20 to get 5 entries, man. And then once that wraps up, we'll be raffling off a ticket to the Cowboys versus 49ers game. Said somebody tell Mosher we want a solid RB2 in case of injury, not improving rookies that may not be able to carry the load. And it's simple.
Especially blue.
It's just like having insurance, man. You know, I keep saying, man, it's insurance.
It's all
you may not ever need it.
Yeah.
But it's better to have it
not need it.
and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Right.
It's just like a gun or a condom, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, and then he also played with Shotty at Georgia, man. Georgia, Shotty was his coach. He fits everything that Shotty looks for. Power back, strong, right? Obviously, that highlight is of a just crazy stiff arm. It was a while ago, but bro, now you put him behind Clayton Adams in his offensive line, and Chubb is gonna be fine. He gonna be fine. It's gonna be times where he gonna push Williams, and I promise you that. I promise you that. Shoot, I honestly I see 3 backs easily. Dope backs, 2, 3. Maffa, Chubb, and Williams. I see all 3. And then I see Blue in there by 3 a game, 3, 4, maybe.
It depends, and you know what? I'm fine with that. Like, why not have a free for all, man? You know, because listen, even last year, what was our deepest offensive unit? It was wide receiver. Like it was wide receiver, and we had no problem with that. Folks love Ryan Flournoy. We still fought him. We got us a George Pickens. You know, we love Ryan Flournoy going into this. We still went and got what's the boy named Smith,
Marquez and Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, we drafted a wide receiver,
and we drafted a wide receiver. Is anybody protecting him? Is anybody saying, what about Smith?
We picked up 2 UDFAs and Jordan Hudson and the other boy.
SMU.
You know, we still got Trayshawn Holden.
Yep.
You know, we brought in Tyler Johnson and
man, the receivers fighting for their life.
Yeah, so like do the same. Cause listen, it's not guaranteed that Flo gets the third thing. We're just out here still leaving out Turpin.
Yeah.
And salute the Ant too on the 10-piece, man. He said, for as soon as I'm not a broke bitch, I'll hit y'all. You crazy, man. Salute to my guy Ant. They got you 2 of them things, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
So yeah. So now I don't get it. Why we should have been celebrating? Like, why we going against that? Like, you know what I mean? You got people out here pushing for RB2 and pushing for what we've been pushing for. This is a good idea, man. This is not it's a fit. It's a reason why they chose Chubb. It's a real fit. It's an actual fit. Actual. It's actually fits.
How many years of the Schottenheimer Marty Ball's system did y'all show? Like 40?
37 years.
I'm rounding up at that point. So about 40. Y'all started about 40 years,
right.
Of the scheme fit and the back type and what that family looks for in their running backs. And Nick Chubb not fit all of that?
Yes.
Does he not fit all of that? And listen,
yes.
He still got a little juice. I was surprised. I saw like a couple 30-yard runs from Nick Chubb.
And nobody got close. Once he was on the third level, he was gone. Yeah. Like nobody would have caught him like they caught Sanders. No. This dude is a pro, dog. This dude is like Gore. You see what I'm saying? Like some people are like just pros. I eat, sleep, drink football. I take care of my body. He was a former superstar in the NFL. He not Zeke, where he don't have a like outfield party life. No. This dude is clean cut, pink lips. Probably don't drink. Anyway, and then.
Yeah, this is another reason why we can't be having these discussions about progress stoppers. Like the Saints GM was super non-committal about Alvin Kamara staying a part of the team going into the 2026 season. His words were, "We're just trying to see how he's going to fit on our roster. Obviously, there's a resource management element. We'll get to that over the next week or two.
Ooh,
we'll figure it out."
They put a ton.
And listen, do you know what's crazy about this? They asked him about Cam Jordan. Now, we got a deal on the table for Cam Jordan. Like that was very like we got a deal on the table for Cam Jordan. His word, we got a deal on the table for Cam Jordan. But when it came to Alvin Kamara, like, shit, nigga, this weather out here, dog, shit, it's hot. It's hot over here, man. Woo. Hey, it was a whole different kind of energy, dog.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, they said they got a deal on the table for Cam Jordan, and then he said all this other shit about Alvin Kamara. Come on, man. Damn. And Cam Jordan not even on the team. Cam Jordan a free agent. They got a deal on the table for Cam, but a dude that's under contract, you don't know about him. All right, that don't sound like somebody they want around. It sounds like that's a divorce.
And see, Dallas, and listen, I like all of these guys. I do. I want them to be very like Marcus Clarence. Please listen. Blue is not Kamara, and he will likely never be. Real talk. And I'm talking about somebody that could come in here right now, bro, with Williams and be so dope with Clayton Adams. Henny, why do people not know this, man?
Man, I be telling you about young players, dog. It's not about anything else but the projection and the potential. At this point, at this stage, because there is next to no film on Jadon Blue, he could be anything. Like in their mind, he could be Jahmyr Gibbs. In their mind, he could be Tony Dorsett. In their mind, he could be, Alvin Kamara. In their minds, that is still a possibility because it hasn't happened yet.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? It's the fantasy of potential. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mystery box thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. Even the shit that you could have right now. It could be anything. But I would rather have a proven commodity than a hope and a prayer. Because what if Jadon Blue ain't none of that? What if Jadon Blue, is what's my boy from Arkansas we had drafted instead of D-Mac? What's my nigga from Arkansas? that we end up drafting, the running back. You know exactly what I'm talking about too.
From Arkansas Jones.
Felix Jones. Thank you. Yeah, he could be Felix Jones.
Passing them boy them trivias.
Thank you. Yeah, he could be Felix Jones or some shit, man. And I'm not here to shit on Felix, but Felix ain't do shit for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a waste of a first round pick. I don't think that man got 3,000 rushing yards for his career. So I'm just keeping it 1,000. You know, yeah, I was right. 2,912 rushing yards. Only played 4 seasons for the Dallas Cowboys and was out the league. Yeah, so that's my point. Like, it's easy to say what somebody could and can't be and all this other stuff when they ain't laced it up and you ain't got a big sample size. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for fantasies. I need proven commodities. I need somebody that can come in and give me production right off the bat. I need to know for a fact what you are.
So this is the issue here. We looked at the film. The film looked good, right? But we are in stat nerd generation. So I'm going to go ahead and be the stat nerd now and say, people go look at this and say, but hey, Henny, he only averaged 3.6 yards. Henny, he's washed.
Well, I'll tell you this much about my guy Alvin Kamara. He did deal with multiple injuries last year. He dealt with an MCL sprain and he also dealt with an ankle. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the production was slightly down, but he was beat up a little bit. That's why he ended up only playing 11 games. And you know, he missed 6 games. You know, he was hobbled most of these games. He played through the ankle injury because he liked that. He a tough motherfucker. And then, you know, when the MCL happened, you know, they just finally went ahead and shut him down. So I know that on paper he didn't have a great career, but I mean a great season. But the last time he was healthy, you know, can you show that good old slide from 2024 just to show him what he looked like the last time he wasn't dealing with injury, just a year ago. So the last time he was completely healthy, and only 14 games at that, 228 carries, 950 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And this is not including what he did in the receiving department, you know, because we know for a fact he was out there catching shit out the backfield. So you mean to tell me a guy that is only a year removed from rushing for 950 yards can't have a spot on your team? Like, you mean to tell me that? And this is my criteria for wanting you. Everybody in the room has to be better than you.
That's right.
Because I'm always looking to improve the room.
Right.
So if you look at me in the eye and you tell me the little boy from Tulsa is better than Alvin Kamara, you know, that's fine. You're a fucking lie. But you know, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you just gotta keep going down the list. Like the boy from Tulsa who named Dominique whatever. Like, I ain't gonna learn your name. You ain't gonna make the team. You go to Blue. You mean to tell me Blue right now is better than Alvin Kamara? Phil Maffa is better than Alvin Kamara. Israel Bonaconda is better than Alvin Kamara. Come on now.
Oh, hell no. No, God. Oh, hell.
So no. So I want you if you're better than what I currently have. And he may not be the same version of Alvin Kamara. He's still good enough. I don't give a damn about none of that. I am trying to improve my team overall. And he is a clear improvement. And there's clearly signs of the Saints preparing to move on from him, you know, with the conversations that the GM is having with the public. I am down to do the shit. I'm down to do it.
And so, everybody, listen. We both got different types of channels. So, we as a community here take action. That's what makes us different than most. So, Henny was the one that came up with Respect One Tech last year, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I want to really explain how this stuff really works. If it's just me and Henny pushing this, right, it's not going to make as big of an internet impression. But if every one of y'all go share this, right, this whole show where we basically combated the thought against Chubb, and we made a video case for Chubb, right, and for Alvin Kamara. everybody that's for running back one duo or respect RB1 duo, this is where we work together. Cause see, it's no shock that the exact same person that we was talking about end up being the exact same people that's now getting national attention because it works. We keep telling everybody that when we work together and we get behind a name like Respect RB1 Duo, it catches fire. Literally everything we come together on catches fire. It does. And see, now we got so many other people that has to talk about it, and we are no longer in the closet screaming. You see what I'm saying? No, it's national at this point. It's a national discussion for the exact same person that we have been pushing for, man. So that tells y'all that we need to kind of see the evidence and work together. Straight up.
I agree. I damn sure agree. And honestly, man, we gotta really sort of multitask because I'm running out of hope for edge.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm running out of hope for edge, dog. Because
you mean for training camp?
No, I'm talking about in general. Because I listened to the reason they said they didn't bring Clowney back. Jerry did want Clowney back. They're saying the reason that they didn't bring Clowney back was because of CP. He said it's not that he don't respect Clowney for what he does and the player he is, but he feels that at his age he's lost too much athleticism to run down quarterbacks. So he's trying to go young and athletic at the outside linebacker spot. So that's making me concerned that they won't go out and bargain shop for some of the old but cold niggas. Like Von Miller, he can still get sacks, but I don't know if he can still run niggas down like he used to. Because, he's damn near 37 years old. Same for Clowney and Cam Jordan and these other guys. So that is the concerning point that they might be moving with that mind state. Because I damn sure would love to have one of these high production sack guys in the building still. But it's sounding like it's sounding like they trying to embrace the youth movement. I don't know how I feel about that personally.
I don't like it, but at the same time, the fight ain't over to the trade deadline, so that's when it's officially time to pack it up.
And why?
Because sometimes I feel like this happened with us, Henny. We talk about people, and then all of a sudden, when the time is right, they end up getting them. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we just early. We got the conversation going on Chubb, and it might end up being like receiver by committee, where y'all go out there with y'all plan, and if it don't work, then you can retreat to Amari Cooper. Or like when we retreated to T.Y. Hilton, and it worked. They tried their guy James Washington, right? That fell in the trash. Womp womp. So it's we just early, bro. We early.
But this the issue, boss. I don't want to lose games in order for them to get their shit together.
I don't either.
And that's what it's going to take in order for them to take the shit seriously.
It could,
if they don't go ahead, because they're going to try their way, and if their way works, they're not going to do anything. It's going to take failure, right? Because Mike Washington was a fucking failure. Wide receiver by committee before they went and broke glass in case of emergency and went and got Amari Cooper was a fucking failure. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. We went on a run. We made it into the playoffs. But think about if that Rams game happened in Dallas instead of happening in Los Angeles. You lost all that ground losing them games early and having to string together all those wins just to get into the postseason. Not having real home field advantage throughout the course of the postseason. Like shit like that comes back and bites you. So what, you made the playoffs. It's hard to go on the road to win the postseason. So every game counts in the NFL. That's why it's the most views.
I want to start hot. I do.
Yeah, so that's
but
the issue.
if it take us starting bumpy to get hot, I'll take that too. I mean, if you do it, if they do it their way, that's cool. Just be right. If you bet on the youth movement and you right, then we all happy. If you bet on the youth movement and we need a vet, then go get the vet. Y'all did this to yourself. And you chose to kind of take a risk on these young guys, and then you go live with your decision. So
also, I don't even mean to cut you off. I'm adding my brother Germ as a moderator on here, man. So kudos to my guy for always coming through and showing love, man. So appreciate Germ, the graphic master in this bitch. But I feel you though, man. But it's our team though, man. Like we're the ones that suffer for this shit.
Yeah, I agree.
When they're you know what's the word I'm looking for? When they are lackadaisical in they approach in team building, the wait and see approach does not work for me.
I don't like it.
You know, aggressively attacking your flaws and improving your roster, you know, is the best course of action, especially when there are moves to be had that are cost efficient and the player is still efficient. You know what I mean? Like Cam Jordan was a 10 and a half sack guy, and he's on the open market. Now, of course, the Saints said they still got a deal on the table for him. He'll probably sign back since they want him back. Cool, fuck it. But that don't stop you from bringing in Vaughn. That don't stop you from bringing in Clowney. It just, I understand the vision and I understand why he said it because you know he talked good football too. You know, CP talked good football and he talked about the trend of us having nothing but mobile quarterbacks in our division. And you'll have 6 games against quarterbacks that can move and run and escape and make plays with their legs, and your edges will need to be able to chase them down and contain them. I understand all that. It's not bad logic. I understand that. But at the same token, having these guys in the building still does not stop you, from doing that. You can still have your youthful guys, and you can still have your older maestro in the building. It don't hurt.
I feel like at the end of the day, as long as me and you made our best presentations, right, made our best cases, and the word is starting to get out, I can live with the results. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as long as we did everything in our power to spread the word on what we believe get us closer to a championship, I'm going to sleep good, So
I can dig it.
Yeah, and I believe we both right on this, but I also hope we wrong. I hope we wrong. I hope that youth committee just go crazy, and I hope that we don't need another running back, but I think we do. And I'm going to keep pushing it.
What kind of run defenses are we playing this year? Have we looked at that?
I ain't looked at it.
Do you got screen share? Can you pull it up? Because I'm sure we can pull it up on ESPN and just take a look. We can just look at total yardage surrendered for rushing offense, for rushing defense. I mean,
I'm on ESPN.
And I know. All right, so let's look at that. NFL ESPN rushing defense, rushing stats.
I'm on ESPN.
All right, let's go. Let's look. Stats, scores. Let me see. Hold on, let me do this like this. 2025 NFL rushing defense rankings. Okay, there you go. So you go to NFL teams on there, and it say NFL stat leaders 2025.
Okay, NFL. Okay, stat.
I might be able to screen share myself.
Yeah, okay.
If I need to, hold on. Make it a little bit quicker. Because I'm curious about this now. Because look on here, best defenses they got to offer. Then shit, I might have to kidnap Steven and then we'll make this shit happen. Russian defense rankings. Hold on, bear with me.
I'm finna make it worse. I'm finna kill the music.
You say you finna make it worse?
Yeah, give you that awkward silence. Just evil as hell. Just make it quiet up in here like a library while you doing some research.
Bruh.
I do shit.
Give you this awkward silence, like, yeah, I ain't gonna give you no music to have your back. I'm gonna just make it just awkward, and I'm gonna put the camera on you. I might zoom
found
this
it
shit
too.
in. Huh?
You good because I already found it. I did you wrong. I sent your ass to the wrong website.
All right.
So I just went to the NFL. These are the best rushing defenses from the 2025 season in terms of rushing yards. Jaguars were number 1. We played their ass. All right. Seahawks were number 3. We played them.
Yep.
Texans were number 4. We played them.
Yeah,
Buccaneers were number 5. We played them.
Ooh,
Colts were number 7. We played them.
Ooh.
Ravens were still top 10. We played them.
Ooh.
49ers were right behind them. They're actually tied in yardage. So let's see. Let's count the teams. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you see the Rams right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the 12 best rushing defenses from last year. And we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We play 8 of the 12 best rushing defense from last year. And we up here having conversations about running backs and shit. That ain't the world I want to live in.
Right. Yeah. Nah, we want to be ready for that. Prepared for that. That threat. Yeah, man. So I'll tell you what. I think we made our case today, bro. I think we made our case. What you think?
I agree, man. I think we said what we needed to say. It's still crazy that we had to have these conversations about progress stoppers and all this other stuff. Just, man, give me talent. Give me talent, man. We'll figure this shit out. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as too much talent. I don't know what the hell we talking about. There's no such thing as too much talent. Right. Like, oh, you too good there. You can't do no more. No, yes the fuck you can.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so it just makes sense, bro. It really does. And I'm glad it's right now national discussion. It would be so good, boy. I'm talking about, man. Oh, man. Especially, oh, man. I just wish people could really see it, bro. I wish people could see that. Shotty and Clayton, they so loud about wanting to have a physical identity, you know? They so loud about it, and we want to load up receiver here. We okay with loading up receiver. We have no problem going everywhere and having 50 receivers. We okay with that. But we want to protect literally late round and undrafted free agent running backs. Boy, what kind of world do we live in? Oh, man. So, anyway, I ain't got no other words on it, man. You got any other words on it, brother?
Do the right thing like Spike Lee, man. Go get me another running back. That's all I got to say about this shit.
And y'all help us out, bro. Real talk. Help us. We need y'all help on this. Real talk. Get in these internet streets. Let's get to work.
Yes, indeed, man. Also, on the way out, don't be shy. You know, I am not shy to digital panhandle. We definitely are still doing raffles. My boss got some shit going on. I got some stuff going on. Land. Y'all make sure y'all hit those super chats, those cash apps, man. You want to be a part. We love to give back to the community for all that they do for us. So make sure you get in line so we can be inclined to do so for you, man. That's all I got to say.
Until the next live, until the next video, man, it's your boy Boss Show Me with him and the more, man. He at the liquor store. Getting
yes,
drunk,
indeed,
tripping,
man.
All kind of debauchery, and we out.
Yes, sir, Ski. Also, Iceman is album of the year. Fuck all the hate. Hey, fuck all the great hate, man.
Is it?
Album of the year. It's just old, man.
Really?
On my mama.
Okay.
Go listen to it.
Cause you got Southern ears, man. I trust Southern ears. Anybody that like UGK, man, you got a Southern ear.
Ask landlord if I'm lying, man. He'll co-sign that shit.
All right. That's all I needed to hear.